Okay, guys, still on the fundamentals of solar installation. All right, as an installer, your client gets to ask you a question of this nature. This is how to go about it. Okay, and the question here is, how many hours will a lead acid battery of 200 amps hour 12 volts last on a load of 200 watts? How many hours will a lead acid battery of 200 amps hour 12 volts last on a load of 200 watts? Please take into cognizance the word lead acid. The word lead acid. Lead acid. It means there are other types of batteries that are not lead acid batteries. Now, batteries are discussed based on their magnetics. We won't be talking much about battery today, but for the purpose of this, we'll just discuss a little, just a touch about batteries. Now, batteries are in basically 4 categories. Okay, we have number 1, lead acid battery. We have what we call the naked ion. We have the lithium ion, and then we have aluminium zinc. Aluminium zinc happens to be the latest form of battery in town. Okay, all right. Talking about lead acid battery. Lead acid battery. Lead acid battery still comes in 2 different categories. Lead acid batteries are in 2 different categories. Number 1, we have the sealed battery. And number 2, we have the flooded battery. The flooded battery. Please take notice. Under lead acid batteries, it has 2 categories: the sealed battery and the flooded battery. Example of this sealed battery is what we call gel battery. Example of sealed battery: 1, gel battery. 2, we have AGM batteries. Why under the flooded battery? Example of a flooded battery are the tubular batteries. The tubular batteries. The tubular batteries. The tubular batteries. Please, there's more to this again. Under the sealed batteries, you don't drain a sealed battery more than 50%. You don't drain a sealed battery more than 50%. In other words, the DOD, depth of discharge of a sealed battery is 50%. Why the DOD of a flooded battery? The DOD of a flooded battery, depth of discharge, that's the meaning of DOD, is 60%. 60%. You don't drain it more than 60%. Under lead acid battery, if you should drain a lead acid battery to 0%, that battery is gone. It will never come up alive again. Alright, so back to our question now. If you are being asked how many hours will a lead acid battery of 200 amps hour 12 volts last on a load of 200 watts, this is how to go about it. First, let's answer using 50% and then 60%. On this man here, 50%, you have our battery, which is 200 amps hour multiplied by 12 volts will give you 2400 watts hour. Remember, amps hour multiplied by voltage will give you watts hour. Now, what is the 50% of this 2400 watt hour? The 50% of 2400 watt hour is 1200 watts hour. So this is what you now divide the load with. You divide, remember we said you don't drain a seed battery more than 50%. So you will do your calculation based on 50%. So the 50% of this 2400 watt hour is 1200 watt hour. So this 1200 watt hour divide by our load in the house, 2200 watts. So watts cancel watts. 1002 divided by 200 is equals to 6. So you have 6 hours. So our 12 volts 200 amps hour under seed battery will give us 6 hours on a 200 watts of load. Take cognizance of that. So let's look at the flooded battery or tubular battery. I will say their depth of discharge is 60%. So now we'll have same formula, 200 amps hour multiplied by 12 volts is equals to same 2400 watts hour. So what's the 60% of 2400 watt hour? The 60% of 2400 watt hour is what? 1440 watt hour. If you are to divide this man by the load in the house, if you are to divide it by the load in the house, which is 200 watts, it will be what? Our answer will be 7.2 hour. Watt cancel watts. This divided by this is this. So with this, you've done justice to the question that's been asked. If you have any question, please do what to drop it at the comment section, and justice will be duly done to it. Okay. Like our page, follow our page for more videos. See you in our next class. Cheers.